Carmen Norris.
Hey everybody, Tim Norris here, or otherwise known as GreyElephant, and today we'll be taking a look at Praetor from NSKN Games. Nice components, nice artwork, all around just a fine production of a game. The rulebook was written well. We did have a few questions, but we were able to write the publisher, and I was pretty impressed they responded so quickly.
Deciding whether to build and what to build is a great exercise of this game. When you build on a round, you use up all of your supplies, and so sometimes it's not really the smartest thing to do. In addition, when we first played the game, it's pretty obvious that building walls is greatly beneficial, but some of these city tiles can really benefit you quite a bit, either building them or utilizing them. And that brings up a point. Sometimes when you build a city tile, your opponent will immediately utilize it, and they get more points than you did for building it. What to do? Well, sometimes you just have to make that decision. You know, I'm going to build this, and I'll try to build the one that's going to benefit my opponent the least, or maybe the one where they're going to have to pay me the most in order to use it. We've also thought about using a house rule, in which as soon as you build a tile, you can go ahead and utilize it, because we found that sometimes the game stalls out towards the end because no one wants to build the tiles that are available.
Now you can build the building tiles, or you can go with a different strategy, and it's the walls. The walls are cool because as you build them, they're going to continuously give you victory points as you build more. So let's say if you build one wall tile and it gives you 7 victory points, you're going to get those 7 victory points, then you're going to flip the tile over on next to your player board. Now the next wall tile you build, say if it had 5 victory points, you're going to gain the 5 victory points, but now you're going to gain the extra victory points on that flipped 7-point wall, which is an extra 3, so now you're going to get 8. And as you can see, the more walls you build, the more this is going to continue to stack. So I love the strategy of going after walls, but there's only one tile that allows you to build the walls, and you're going to find that you and your opponent fight over that one tile throughout the entire game.
Once a worker gains 6 pips, they are forced to retire. So I really have a hard time deciding what to do with my workers that have 5 pips. I really want to take advantage of that experience and gain 5 of any resource I want, but at the same time I might want to place them on a blue tile to keep them from retiring.
The best part of this game is that your workers will gain experience. So as you use the workers to build or possibly collect resources, they're going to level up. So a 1-pip die worker will level up to a 2-pip die worker, and as they level up, they'll produce more for you. However, when they level up from a 5 to a 6, they go into retirement. Now, the trick here is that when they retire, you're still going to have to pay for this worker 1 money or, so on, depending on which side of your player board you're playing on. And that's the beauty of the game. You're trying to maximize your workers, but at the same time, you got to be careful of your costs. One tile in the game felt a bit overpowered in our 2-player games, the labor camp. What it allowed is that the owner, or even possibly the other players, they could bring one of their workers out of retirement, a 6-pip worker, and place them on the board and still be able to, gain resources or possibly build with that worker. Whoever owned the tile would get that 6-point worker for free, but everybody else would have to pay the owner of that tile 3 gold to be able to use that benefit or that action. What we found, especially in our 2-player games, is that this would create a runaway leader aspect where one player would just continuously get richer as the game progressed, and the other player eventually would just become poorer, because either you're going to support that other player by paying them the 3 gold so that you can have the action of the 6-point worker, or you're going to forego that action and then you're being outworked because your opponent's going to have a free 6-point worker that they're going to be able to utilize on the game board. What we have done to fix this is that we've placed the labor camp tile permanently in the starting tiles, so nobody owns it, and if you want to take advantage of the labor camp tile, then you will pay the bank versus paying your opponent. This has created a better balance, in our opinion, of the game.
The first time we played this game, I was greatly impressed, and I really enjoyed it. But soon I started noticing that whoever gets the labor camp tile really dominates the game, and the second player would just sit around waiting for the game to end and sometimes even getting lapped in points. We also had a similar problem with the resource tiles not coming out soon enough. There's no tiles in order to gather resources, and then no one wants to build a city tile because the person that has the resources wants to build the wall. Do I pass up something that's going to benefit me, help me win the game in order just to get the game moving? I really don't see that happening. so it stalled out the game a little bit. So we put some house rules in place to make sure that that doesn't happen. And I really enjoy the game now. Now, whether that's going to work in a game group or not, you know, maybe not everybody will want to play with the house rules. And once again, I really wouldn't enjoy the game that way. But overall, I feel like this game is a keeper. I really enjoy playing it with our new rules. And I wouldn't want to let this go.
Overall, with the few minor changes that we've suggested here, it has really enhanced my experience and opinion of this game. I think it's fun. I think it's a lot of fun. And I think you'll enjoy it too. But we recommend that you take some serious considerations into the changes that we've suggested here. I look forward to teaching my friends, and I look forward to playing the game. It's one of those ones where you're trying to maintain your workers by leveling them up with their experience. You're trying to maintain your money. You're trying to maintain your resources. You're trying to outbuild your opponents. And all around, it's just made a fabulous experience that I overall enjoy, and I think you will too. Now, if you like what you hear and you want to know more about the game, go check out our other video. It's a live play where my wife and I sat down, we played an entire game, and you're going to be able to see how this game plays out in real time. Now, one thing to note is that we are going to use these house rules that we mentioned in this video. So this will give you, maybe even some of you people who already own the game, an idea on how these new mechanics can affect the game. Hey, thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Griffin Gaming, from new releases to pre-orders. Griffin Gaming. Enter in promo code GreyElephant for 5% off your order.